Hey guys, good morning. Hope you're doing well. So the three listings that we're looking into right now is this 157 Park Street in Attleboro, this 542 Richmond Street in East Taunton, and this 1214 Church Street in New Bedford. So kind of just going through them quickly. Uh, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom. Same thing with that one. Same thing with that one. So those are equal as far as how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms. The Park Street has quarter of an acre and just over 1,400 square feet. This one has 3 acres and 1365. So it's got a lot more land than the first one. This one has quarter of an acre with 1,196 square feet. All right, so let's start. I'm going to just go back and forth and kind of compare some of the details. City water, city sewer, just the stuff that hits my eyes. Private sewerage, Title V pass, and then it's the water utilities, water supply is that doesn't make sense. It says city, town water, then it also says private water. It's usually one or the other. It's not both. There is cases where it used to be private well water, then the opportunity to tie into the town water happened. They also tied into the town well water, retaining the well water for watering lawns and that kind of thing. So it's unusual, but it is possible. So we'll check into stuff like that. And the last one here on Church Street, town water, town sewer. All right, so that covers those details. Quickly scanning through the details. I did check into this, and you can see that it's still active. I messaged the agent yesterday, and then I messaged her again this morning. She had said as of yesterday that they had offers. I said, no problem. I'll check back to see if any of those offers stick. And as of today, it's still in active status, so I'm checking to see where they stand with that. In the meantime, we'll just continue working on it. And I asked her if maybe Thursday or Friday would make sense if the listing is still in active status. So they may be working on things behind the scenes. I don't know about that right now. We have an accepted offer. Need to check. So this particular one here. Need check before I mark it contingent. All right. So they've got an accepted offer. They haven't received the check. So the way obviously that works, and you guys know that, is that for a fully accepted offer, you need a signed offer and you need the check and then all the other little paperwork that goes along with it. So they've accepted the offer. They're waiting for the check. They're not going to change that active to contingent until they get the check, because sometimes they don't get the check, and when that happens, they don't have a deal. So I will keep in touch with her to see where we stand with that, and then maybe she'll allow Thursday, Friday for us to go out there. Charming Colonial, 1 mile from downtown, train station, restaurant, sturdy memorial, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors, 3 bedroom, 2 walk-in closets, bonus, 2 car garage. We'll go through the pictures. Electricity and multiple outlets. The garage has electricity with multiple outlets. Ideal for workshop. Potential ADU, which is an accessory dwelling unit, has become a popular thing. Where in Massachusetts now the governor has put laws into place saying that it's a faster track to adding additional living space on a property. They're trying to reduce the amount of rentals out there. or add more rentals out there so that there are more rentals and less renters looking for rentals. And this um, accessory dwelling unit in this garage potentially, and they're trying to add value to it or trying to make it look as if it's got extra value. That's a possibility, and it might be. Easy access to 95, charming, offers due by Monday. Obviously, we're still working on that. She says she's got that, and we'll keep track of that. Let's take a quick look at the pictures. I'm sure you guys have done this already. Um, Decent shape. Anything that catches my eye, I will highlight. It is very possible that the furnishings are virtually put in, staged. It looks like it's virtually staged. So it's probably a vacant property. That's just put there so that it gives you kind of an idea of what it would look like with furniture. It's obviously radiators. I'm not sure if it's oil or if it's gas. Older home. Good shape. Nothing catching my eyes except the radiators. All looks like it's in great shape. Now you also know that by the time you get there, you look at it, things kind of pop out that you didn't see in the pictures. But this is our first chance to look at galley kitchen, upstairs. Bedrooms are more than likely upstairs. Yeah, no, I mean it's in decent shape. Uh, Deck off the back, or it has to be off the back, is not rough, but it could use some paint or stain or something. I assume 3-car garage, 2-car garage. I wonder how that all works out. That's got to be the newer thing that they're talking about. That could be a accessory dwelling unit with work, obviously. Tough to tell what that other garage was. Let me see if I can do a quick. I don't want to make this video super super long, but just to kind of give you an idea, top down, what it looks like. Just in case you haven't done that already. Older photo. That goes to the house. That's a driveway for that. Does this not have a driveway? It must have a driveway. This is going to be the driveway. See if we can look at it from the street in. How do they get back there? That's interesting. Doesn't look as if just a path. Unless you have to use this driveway to come in around the back to that property. Okay. I'm glad I ended up trying to look at this. Not sure if you guys are aware of that. Right. Driveway along here. This garage goes to this property. This garage for this property. So it's definitely a shared driveway of some sort. You must have an easement, the right to use that driveway to access the back of your property. We'll have to, if we get into this property, be mindful, aware of that. Alright, so this is the one on, moving on to the next property, 542 Richmond Street in Taunton. Offer deadline, I should check into this one as well. 10-6, that was yesterday. Make offers, good through that. What's this? Okay. I will reach out to this person, see where they stand with this. Obviously, it's still in active status, but as you know, just because it shows active doesn't mean that they don't have things going on in the background until they hit a certain point. That's when they become comfortable and change that over. Very quickly scanning through all of this. Incredible investments, memories of a lifetime, property priced to reflect work needed, selling as is, property has city water but well is available. Okay, so that's the one that they started off here, then they went over to the city water, but they're running on both. This well water typically is for outside grass, garden, that kind of thing, so that you're not pulling from the city water, and paying for the city water. Well has not been used in many years. Okay, so it's there, but they haven't used it in many years. Floor plans are for informational purposes only. Benches, living room, basement, rocking chair, sewing table, all furniture negotiable. Okay, raised ranch. I assume it's that one there. Tough to see in that angle. Quickly cycling through that. That's an interesting view. That is the plot plan, or roughly where the boundaries of the property are. This is the one that has the 3 acres. Gutters, downspouts away from the house, maybe except for that one. Go backyard, deck, give that a power wash. Again, very quickly through it. Hardwood floors, maybe a little bit rougher here. Linoleum for the kitchen, slightly dated. Dated cabinets. It's going to be what the price reduction was for the work needed. Paneling, which is outdated these days. Paneling. Older sink at least. Hot water baseboard. I never did check the heating for that other one. The fuel type at least. Older, dated. Older carpet. Basement. Interesting. Wood burning stove of some sort. I see a pump, that's for the well water that they were talking about. That's not the heating system, that's going to be something separate, I would hope. Oil burning, older heating system. Both of these go into the chimney, it could be a potential problem. Garage. House of that age, the cracks are going to be common, as long as they don't get ridiculous with the size of the cracks. Home inspector will go through all of that as far as what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. More than likely the basement, bathroom in the basement. Looks like it might have been an older kitchen in the basement. Bedroom, primary bedroom, bathroom, eat-in, kitchen, dining, and living foyer. So this is walking upstairs. All the bedrooms are on the right side of the house. First level, living room, dining room, all on the first level. Yes, sir?
Someone's at the door.
Okay, tell them to be right there. Going downstairs, bonus room, utility, office, and garage. And those are the 2 floors. Total square footage 1377. That's that property. I'm gonna cut this short just because I've got somebody at the front door, and I will do a separate video for this one altogether. This is probably getting long as a video anyways. The idea is I'm going to send this to you guys so you guys can take a quick look at it and then get my first initial